is loud laughter whilst in a salah that has ruku and sujood?
So what does it mean? Loud laughter in a salah which has ruku and sujood. Meaning they are discounting the janaza salah. This is what they're talking about, a normal salah, a prayer. So loud laughter is known as qahqaha. When someone laughs in a voice when other than himself someone else can hear him, that is technically a qahqaha. There are three words. One is qahqaha, is when you laugh loud, meaning someone else could hear you as well. If you are in a row praying, if you laughed, your neighbors could hear you on your right and left. That is qahqaha. And there is something called dhahik, laughing. But that laughing is only he hears himself. Only he heard himself, no one else heard him. And then there is smiling, tabassum. He smiled, but he never made a noise. Neither he heard it. So as for Hanafis, they have a view on it. All three. Other scholars, they say it does not break wudu. Ahnaf, they say it does break wudu. And the others, they say it doesn't break wudu. So qahqaha is a loud, when someone laughs in salah. Listen to this carefully, this is for the Hanafis. If someone laughs in his salah or her salah in a voice loud enough that the people around him, next to him, can or her can hear the laugh, the salah is broken and the wudu is broken. But if a person laughed, only he himself could hear himself, himself laughing, not others, his salah is broken, but the wudu is intact. And if he was just smiling, just smile, then neither his salah is broken, neither his wudu. That's the Hanafi view. And they take from hadith that ألا من ضحك منكم قهقه فليعد صلاته والوضوء جميعا. Anyone who laughs from you in salah, a qahqaha, a loud laugh, then he should repeat his salah and wudu. The others, they didn't accept this hadith. I think we can talk about why they didn't accept the hadith. There are different types of hadith. This hadith has been mentioned in many books. Tabrani, Daraqutni and other, they have narrated it, many people. This hadith has been narrated with the chain, complete chain to Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, but all of these are da'if. And it being narrated with incomplete chain, which is known as a type of hadith which is called hadith which is known as mursal hadith. Mursal hadith, there are types of mursal hadith, but it is someone missing from the top of the chain. So basically, let's say a sahabi is missing, and a tabi'i said, the student of a sahabi said, Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, but he didn't mention the name of sahabi who told him. So this type of hadith, for the muhaddithin, they consider it a da'if hadith. But Ahnaf, the Hanafis, they do not consider certain types of mursal hadith as da'if, because they say that Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, "Khairul quruni qarni, thumma alladhina yalunahum, thumma alladhina yalunahum." The first three generations, the golden generation, the trustworthy generation, if a person was missing, a sahabi was missing, but the rest of the people in the chain are sound and strong narrators, then they would accept the narration if there is nothing against that narration in a more authentic hadith. Make sense? There is nothing against that. There is no narration saying something opposite to this hadith, but this hadith is considered da'if by the scholars. By the Ahnaf, they accept a mursal hadith of certain type, and this happens to be that hadith, and it has been narrated as a mursal hadith in different chains as well. So Ahnaf, they have no problem taking this hadith and they act on it, and they are on the view that if someone laughs loud in Salah, his wudu and Salah both are broken. If he laughs not very loud, just by himself, where he is not heard by others, his Salah is broken, wudu is intact, and if he just smiles, nothing is broken. Alright, that's their view. But the others say there is no such narration, and it always goes back to if there is not a strong dalil that something breaks wudu, then it doesn't break wudu. And because the others, they don't accept a mursal hadith as a sahih hadith, authentic hadith, or a hadith which they can take ahkam from, they ignore it. But the Ahnaf, they use it in their fiqh.